watching out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
Quite stormy, potentially dangerous weather upcoming tonight for West Michigan. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch posted from the top of Kent County southward toward the Indiana state line, so Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Grand Rapids. This includes us. First storm cell crossing Lake Michigan right now. This doesn't look like it's going to be the big show. I expect that coming up later tonight. Stepping back, you can see that we've got stronger storms off to our west, and this line, it's a little tough to track because this is an evolving process here. There's not a particular line of storms that we can look at in Wisconsin and Illinois and say this is coming our way because of the evolution that's going to take place between now and then. But the best bet is this line of storms, and it's kind of a striation. We're seeing three lines of storms here, but this line of storms is eventually going to mosey across Lake Michigan, and if we put a track on that, our best estimate, give it about 3, 4, perhaps 5 hours. I think the best time frame for better severe weather developing, aside from the cell that I'm going to track for you in just a second, is coming up around or just after dark and then lasting well into the evening and overnight hours. We've got a bevy of severe thunderstorm watches, tornado watches posted. Here's our watch box. It goes, like I said, from just north of Grand Rapids almost to Lansing, down into northern Indiana. These red boxes on the other side of the lake, all tornado watches that stretch from the upper peninsula of Michigan down toward Texas. This is a ferocious storm system. A lot of lightning here just in the last hour. Look at that counter. We're closing in on 100,000 strikes of lightning. Local view. Here's that storm cell I was telling you about. We've got a ton of lightning here, almost 4,000 strikes from this particular cell over Lake Michigan. Right now there's a special marine warning indicated by this blue box, and if indeed this does hold together, it's possible that we could get a severe thunderstorm warning. However, I've been tracking it across Lake Michigan. It looks like it's weakened some, and some of the odds I think are against that, but it's something we'll track very carefully. Here in western Berrien County and eventually western Van Buren County, we will see a lot of lightning, probably some gusty winds and some brief heavy downpours. Let me put a track on this storm cell since it is moving toward us and is going to affect land in West Michigan in our viewing area here within the next half hour to 45 minutes. Here's a look at the communities affected. St. Joseph and Benton Harbor pretty quickly here within the next 20 minutes or so. All the way through Riverside and Lake Michigan Beach, and then eventually right up into South Haven about half hour from now. So this storm cell on the way, but again, I don't think this is going to be the big show. That's coming up later tonight. A lot of heat out there. We're seeing temperatures right down to the low and mid 80s, 83 here in GR, 84 in Ionia, 81 now in Kalamazoo. A little cooler by the lakeshore, but the juice, the fuel, the gasoline that these storms need, dew points, the measure of moisture in the atmosphere. We're in the mid-60s like we are here at Sturgis, Kalamazoo here in Battle Creek with a dew point of 64. That is a lot of fuel for these storms. They need that moisture to feed off, and they have plenty to work with right now. The 24-hour forecast. Here comes that line of storms in tonight. This is that main line that I expect between 6 and midnight. Within that, we could see strong winds, damaging hail. Also, there's a small chance for isolated tornadoes. Keep that in mind. There's a chance for isolated tornadoes coming up late tonight. We'll keep you posted on that situation, but again, that's not the primary threat here. Hail and wind will be the primary threat with these storms. By midnight, still stormy across West Michigan. Those storms linger after midnight. For your drive to work, expect wet roads. We could see storms in the area. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler. That cold front eventually pushes through, and we don't really truly see cool weather until we get into Tuesday, since Monday is going to be mainly stormy with a few dry breaks. Temperatures upper 70s, so a little bit cooler than what we had today, but 68 with a relief coming up here on Tuesday. 70 here by Wednesday. Scattered showers, storms late in the day. Thursday we could see some wet weather with temperatures a lot more mild as we get into the upcoming holiday weekend, where we could have temperatures in the mid 70s, and it looks like there's a little bit of model disagreement here, Larry, but it looks like we're talking about mainly dry weather across West Michigan at that point. You know, one note I wanted to pass along on this severe thunderstorm watch. Kent County southward, that goes until 1 a.m. I see this as a little bit of a stopgap measure because these storms are moving across Lake Michigan, so it's only for this batch coming through right now. I wouldn't be surprised, based on what I'm seeing in the atmosphere, if we get a tornado watch later tonight, because there is that small threat for tornadoes, and usually when you have that small threat for tornadoes, the Storm Prediction Center, who issues these watches, errs on the side of safety. Sure. So we'll watch for that coming up later tonight. So when you see severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. and it, for example, doesn't include Oceana and Newaygo County, don't by any stretch think that you're not going to get severe weather tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see another watch come out later tonight.
Lots of variables, so we have to keep an eye on it. All right, thanks, Kyle.